Hi there. A couple unique things happening currently. One, my flight was a little late today. Two, you notice there is no guitar. That's because I don't have a guitar right now. I'm on my way to Alex's house in Rahway, New Jersey from the Newark airport, and we are sitting in traffic, although my Lyft driver Marvin has promised to break every traffic rule possible in order to get us there as soon as possible. Corinna and Alex are rolling to Rahway right now. They should actually be in. Fun night for me. We don't have a gig until tomorrow in Philly, but tonight we get to hang at the house where Alex grew up. It will be my first time hanging there, despite Alex being in the band like for 12 years or something like that at this point. So we'll hang with his sis and his daddy. It'll be cool. So normally it would be more weird for me to be gathering with you without an instrument, except it just so happened that last Tuesday I was talking about maybe taking some questions, doing some question and answer time and just hanging with you guys one of these weeks. And it just so happened that Susan, Gatherer Susan, came to the show. I'm not sure what show she came to. I do know what show she came to. Last weekend in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And at the end, when I was hanging out with fans at the end, signing CDs and chatting about rally sound stuff, she handed me this little piece of paper with a question, and she said, if you're doing questions, you can use this one. And I said thank you, and I put it in my pocket, and where it would normally get crumpled and potentially lost over time, having good intentions of keeping it until we did our question and answer. And then I'm sitting here in the lift getting ready to gather with no instrument, and I find a question. Is it meant to be? I don't know. But it's good to see you guys. And actually, now that I'm not playing music, I can actually I can see some of your comments. It's good to see so many familiar faces, so to speak, familiar bubbles. Okay, so how about I read this question? And it's kind of an involved question. I mean, this question may take the entire time it takes us to get to Rahway. It's about a song of mine called The Ballad of Ray Thomas. Now, for those of you that know this song, you know that this is an intense song, and for those of you that don't, this is an early song of mine written 20 years ago, and very rarely played, but to this day one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. There's a lot of has a lot of meaning for me. I was working on a dairy farm when I decided to become a musician. I brought my guitar. I'd play guitar every night when I finished my chores. Each night I would play guitar, and I would go to Fitzy's, which it was the bar in Cookstown, Ontario, where I was working. 67. Oh, it says I'm in low power. I'm gonna plug into this USB back here. Hold on 1 second. Oh, it's exciting today. Thanks, Marvin. Boom. We got power. Whew. We dodged that bullet. So it was at the bar. I'm just wrapping up a chord. I'll get into the screaming in a second. It was at this bar that I met Ray, who was a trucker, and I would hang out at the locals table each night. Stuck out a little bit like a sore thumb. Youngster that I was, with a bunch of grizzly truckers and farmers who would hang at Fitzy's every night. And the Battle of Ray Thomas is Ray's story. It's a pretty dark story, but over the course of the song, you realize, well, he's singing to this woman, Michaela, who was a server at Fitzy. I hung with Michaela while I was there. She was super smart and super funny and super beautiful, and she would steal all of our hearts just a little bit every single night as she was serving us drinks. And so, as I was writing this song, Ray is talking about his life, but he's also talking. Oh, I'm back. I lost you for a second. Sorry. Driving through Jersey. Had a section of spotty reception, but I caught it, and so I don't think you lost. I don't think you lost a lot of the story there. In fact, I forget what I was talking about. I was talking about Fitzy's. I was talking about Michaela stealing all of our hearts. And so this is a long song. It's about an 8-minute song. It's the story of Ray's life. And so the question from Susan, and I hope you guys are getting me again, was, in the Ballad of Ray Thomas, there are lines from the original recording that you no longer sing. Can you talk about your reasoning and choice to omit them? Thank you. And I love that question because it's like, it lets me get super geeky about my songwriting and talk to you guys a little bit. And I don't get to talk in depth about some of the details of some of these songs, particularly this song that's super old school that I don't play very often, that I love, that is, I've written many songs, and this is one of my favorites. So let's talk about the structure of the song, and then I'll talk about what I omit these days when I play the song, because it's an on-point question. Only a very serious gatherer would be listening that closely to notice. But the structure of the story is each verse has 3 stanzas, and then there is a chorus, and each chorus is different. We've talked about verses and choruses and the difference between the two, right? Oftentimes choruses are repeating, right, the main point of the song, what the song is about. But choruses don't always need to repeat. And so if you really don't want radio airplay, then you make your choruses different each time you get to them, which is what I did in the Battle of Ray Thomas. So not only is it a super long song, but the listener does not really even get a break to get to a refrain that is that they recognize, that they hear. They don't get a break from the story. The story just continues for this long period of time, right? And so it goes 3 stanzas, chorus, 3 stanzas, chorus, 3 stanzas, chorus. Most songs will be 2 or 3 verses. This one is 4. So then it does another 3 stanzas and a chorus. In the 4th verse, I have omitted the middle stanza. So the way I sing the Ballad of Ray Thomas these days, the fourth time around, I only do 2 paragraphs and then the final chorus instead of the 3. Now I will read you, or I will tell you the words from the original, and then I will tell you the words that I cut out these days, and I'll talk about why I do it. Because like almost everything I do with songs, there's intention behind it. So let's see. Think you're good and take mine. Okay, so it goes. Stanza 1. Grew up as a farm girl. She's now paving her way, and it's waitress by night, and it's study by day. That she'll soon make her fortune. Don't come as a surprise, as she takes on the world with those invincible eyes. Stanza 2. My blue-collar princess, such wit and such grace as she snaps at us sinners who frequent this place, as they try to caress her or take just a taste, for I'm sure that she tastes just like honey. Last stanza. Worked now 3 years at Fitzy's, come May or come June, and the men who come see her, we fill up the room. We each get a turn at her service divine, as we're poured retribution, one at a time. Bob Michaela. Now, when I try to sing from the voice of a character, right? And this is the greatest thing about songs and songwriting. That the song can be a living art form, right? That the song can continue to change. That if, as I mature as a songwriter or as a person, and there's a part of a song that I sing that doesn't feel right anymore, well, fuck it. I don't have to sing it. And so that middle verse, that middle stanza in the 4th verse felt like a departure, feels like a departure from Ray's voice. Ray is a trucker and an alcoholic and an abusive guy, and he's a grisly, gravelly, dirty man that hangs at a bar. And I don't think he would describe. I don't think he would describe anyone as a blue-collar princess. That's the world that he lives in. There's no such thing as that. That's just normal. That's just a normal person. I think that when I was writing it, I was caught up in the poetry and this vision of Michaela that I wanted to get across, but I lost, I think as a young writer thinking about the situation in the song, I lost Ray's voice for a second there. It also is talking about my blue-collar princess, such wit and such grace, as she snaps at the sinners who frequent this place, as they try to caress her or take just a taste, for I'm sure that she tastes just like honey, right? Right? That is describing certainly something that would happen at Fitzy's night after night, right? The badass women that were the servers there were lifelines to some of these dudes, and when I was there, it was just dudes drinking, and so there were obviously all comments and inappropriate jokes and gestures. Now, when I was there, it did not. It was kind of all the girls that were serving drinks knew all the guys that were coming in there, and everybody was like, I never felt an uncomfortable moment every single night that I was there. Like I never felt that. It was this tiny little pub in this tiny little town. Everybody knew each other, right? And so it made a lot of things harmless, at least in this one little pocket. But at the same time, I think it's obvious over the course of the song that Ray is kind of in love with the server, that he kind of is fantasizing about her, and thinking about her and pining over her. And I think it describes that in the third stanza of the fourth verse. Right? Worked now 3 years at Fitzy's, come May or come June, and the men who come see her, they fill up the room. We each get a turn at her service divine, as reward retribution, one at a time. Right? So it turns it from they're going to the bar to get drunk, they're actually going to the bar for Michaela. And so to me, it takes away a little bit of the like creepy sentiment of, right, and they're trying to touch her, or right. I was using poetry to describe the way that these kind of nasty dudes would relate to women at a bar, and it takes it into a place where, I don't know, I guess I just felt like we didn't need to think about, as the listener hearing the story about Ray, we didn't need to think about a bar full of dudes hitting on a young waitress. I thought that distracted from the story as well. Not to mention the fact that after 7.5 minutes of a damn story, they don't need 3 stanzas in the fourth verse. So I didn't think I was actually giving anything up. I break the pattern a little bit. 3 stanzas, then a chorus, 3 stanzas, then a chorus, but it was all right. So I think when we get to Alex's, Alex and Corinna should be waiting there, potentially with the tripod set up, potentially with instruments set up somewhere, and maybe we'll attempt. Neither of them have ever played the Ballad of Ray Thomas with me, so maybe it'll be fun to make them wing it with me, and we'll play the song, and you'll be able to hear this story in context. But it's a really great question. I mean, you got to be really listening to the Ballad of Ray Thomas a whole lot to even notice that 1 out of 12 stanzas is missing, tucked into the middle of the fourth verse. So well done, Susan. Good question. I loved answering that. And for those of you that have not heard the Ballad of Ray Thomas before, have a sip of something hard. It's an intense song. We're probably about, 6 or 7 minutes away from Alex's right now. Marvin is crushing it behind the wheel. And I'm kind of psyched. So this turned into a good exercise. We have got 5 minutes before I show up at Alex's. Maybe I should talk a little bit about what we got coming up this week, because I'm pretty psyched about it. Tomorrow we head down to Philadelphia and we play at World Cafe Live. Awesome venue, awesome city. We have not been there for a long time, since before the pandemic, and I cannot wait to come back and hang. I hope y'all will be around and for those of you friends in Philly, come and join us. I know it's a Wednesday. It's hard to get away on a Wednesday. But fuck it, you should come and hang with us. The next day, sold out in Easton, Maryland at the Avalon Theater. Really excited to play back there. That's a special spot. We're playing in, I think it's called the Stoltz Listening Room, which is a pretty small venue, super intimate, and we have never not had a special night there. Friday night, I think this is right. I may be off by a night or so, but I think this is right. Friday night, we are in Tuckerton, New Jersey. First time at, oh gosh, do I remember the place? Lizzie McGuire's, but that can't be right. It's Lizzie something or other. Another small room that's sold out. I'm super excited about that. I invited my friend Emily Grove, great singer-songwriter, to come out and do a little feature before Adam Ezra Group takes the stage. And after that, we are in Turners Falls, Massachusetts at the Shea Theater. We're partnering with Whiskey Treaty Roadshow, and man, that's going to be a great night. Great night to end things on this little 4-day run. So I'm excited. And then, of course, next week we're in Burlington, Vermont. I'm super excited about that. Higher ground. We haven't been there in a little while either, so it's going to be a good couple of weeks that I'm looking forward to. All right. We probably have time for a question, if one of you has one. And I'm seeing a lot of cool comments about loving Emily Grove. Yes, she is badass. Totally. Someone's coming to the Shea. Setless Scott is coming out to the Shea from way up in New York. Scott Wex, what's up with the ramble? I would be psyched to talk to you for a few secs about the ramble before we get in to Alex's. Saturday, August 26th, we are going to be on a mountain in Ashburnham, Massachusetts. Same spot, technically, sort of, that we were the last couple of years, but we are doing a huge project on the other side of the property. This giant slope overlooking Wachusett Valley and Wachusett Mountain. And it is going to be beautiful. It is going to be our little version of Red Rocks in the middle of northern central Massachusetts. It is going to be open to the public this year. You all are invited to the ramble. And we are going to raise more money than we ever have for our veteran heroes this year. Last year, we raised $100,000, and I do not know what we're going to do this year, but it's going to be badass. And I cannot wait for it. Cannot wait for it. I know for some of you gatherers from all over the country and all over the world, it ain't the easiest thing to get to some random mountainside in the middle of Massachusetts. I don't fucking care. Buy plane tickets, train tickets, whatever you need to do, and you should be there. I am super excited to share the lineup this year of artists. I have never had my lineup set up this early, but it's pretty much set up. A couple little tweaks here and there, but I can't wait. It's gonna be like a family reunion with a bunch of new surprises, and I love every single artist that's gonna be playing with us. I can't wait. Don asks, do we get a little sneak peek of who is performing? No. No. Mm-mm. But I do hope to announce the lineup within the next handful of weeks at least. So you'll know all summer who's playing at the Ramble, and so you can plan ahead. This year you can camp at the Ramble. So for those of you traveling in long distances, I mean, there are lots of hotels in the area that will, by the way, all of them will fill up. So look, if you're a hotel person, look for rooms near Ashburnham, Massachusetts, and make sure to book your night for August 26th. We are trying to do something on Sunday the 27th too. It'll be like something relaxed and mellow and nearby, hopefully, with the Adam Ezra group. So stay a couple nights. Marvin, are we here?
Yes.
Holy shit. Which one is it?
I think it's we're at 8:38.
Oh, at Alex's Casa. Let's see. There's the van.
That's the van.
All right.
That's the one.
Boom.
Best of luck. I found you on Instagram. So
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
I found your album too.
Awesome. Whoops. Did I mute? Sorry.
Good going, Andrea.
Look at this setup. I was probably muted for that. Whoa. This is cool. Did you buy a tripod?
No, my sister owns it.
Steph gave us backline.
My gosh.
We had backline. Robin Tucker says all good.
Okay.
All good.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna have to shift this over.
Do horizontal.
No, this is vertical's cool. Yeah, this is not quite staying because I need it to be. Oh, good get.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay, now we're even charging.
That was a good call. I didn't even think like.
Look at us. Okay, now the only other thing I gotta figure out. Do one of you have?
the standard guitar. There's your markers.
Do you have
No thummy.
Hey!
How you doing?
What's going on?
Hey.
Good to see you. We're live streaming right now, so.
Oh yes.
I only have picks,
I want to
but
get my
don't have
necklace.
thumbs.
What's
Oh,
it?
Oh.
I have picks, but I don't have thumbs.
That's okay.
It's where you know it is.
Where you know it is.
Hi guys. I'm gonna see what everybody's saying while we wait for the chief to get back.
There's a feed
Hi.
where people make comments as we're existing.
Nice to see everybody. Yeah, we're hanging out at Alex's family home where he grew up.
This is the Martin residence.
Where'd he go?
He had to get something. He had to get his necklace. And he'll be right back with it.
Hey!
One. I am natural, amazing.
I bet there's a thumb picking.
Reggaeton.
It's not, huh?
BRB.
All right, it's okay. Am I over here or am I there? All right.
Little tight shot.
You got everybody. It's even in tune.
Maybe.
This guitar has never been in this good tune before, and so.
Can I tell you an
Yeah.
even more secret?
What's that?
The headstock has never been so clean before.
You cleaned it?
I didn't do that.
Who did?
You won't be able to
My
play.
father cleaned his
You won't be able to play
before
it
he
now.
got here.
Oh my
It's just not going to be the same. That dust
I love
makes
it.
a
You
difference.
cleaned my guitar.
There was no prompting.
That is a real musician right there. He ain't a hack like us.
It was getting dusty.
Tell me that's whiskey.
With what?
Come on, God!
Come on, do you know
Look
us?
at it. Look at that glass of whiskey. They have waiting for me. This is top 10 best gatherings ever. All right. So we had a question about. So last week, I was telling the gatherers, we should do some like question and answers sometime and like dig into the songwriting. And then gatherer Susan wrote out a question about the Valentine Thomas. And do you know that song?
I mean, I've heard it a bunch of times.
You've heard it as a punchline,
No,
mostly,
we know.
because whenever we're like in a situation where we have like where we're opening up for another band and we have a very short set and we have to like hit them hard with the A-list songs, the joke is always, so let's start with Valentine Thomas. For those of you who've been gathering with me for the last 40 minutes, at this point, you know why.
So we
So, so this is so you will hear the story about Trucker Ray and Alex. There's a line in third verse. My wife shuts her mouth, where I'm gonna lose them purposely. And so just look for that.
Okay.
That's my only instruction. Neither of them have played this song. God, it sounds good.
Maybe like set it up or something.
Well, my name is Ray Thomas, truck known for fear, and I'll spin you a tale if you lend me your ear, and you keep me supplied with a smoke and a beer. Well, I'm 65 now, and I'm still on the road, doing locals up north in the snow and the cold. But at night it's back home where I'll drop off my load, and I'll go out to see Mama Clay. Yeah, it's Fitzy's in town where us locals do dwell, and the booze treats you right, and it's all that they sell. And the girl in the skirt comes right over to me, and she serves me a beer. She's all that I see. Oh, Michaela, you're a vision to these eyes of mine. You could talk to me goddess, a poet, a beauty to me. Well, I killed a man once back in '73. I was doing a job down in West Tennessee when a man fell asleep and swerved into the oncoming lane. They all told me I wasn't to blame. Well, I turned to the bottle where I've been ever since, and I ain't coming back till I no longer glimpse that boy's body crushed all the way into his backseat by my 18-wheel killer. My hands in my feet. And on the hard days, she knows and she gives me a smile. And I'll tell her a joke, laugh for a while, and she'll keep the beers coming to 2 or 2, 3. And I'll wrap myself up in my own fantasy with my great love. Hey, love, shit. Oh, I got the line. I just talked about it for half an hour and I want to get the line for you so badly. Michaela. You're bleeding my mind. It's okay to forget for a while what's behind. And you pardon my sentence with one mischievous line. Make me truck on one day at a time. Day at a time. Well, my eldest son Randy, he took off with a shout. And a shot across my jaw, man, he knocked me clean out. He stood up on his feet, the man I taught him to be, with my own swollen knuckles, like my dad did me. And my 2 girls, they live here in town. They each married a Jones boy, true love they have found. Or at least they'll keep thinking till they hit the ground from a dream that grows old and faded. And my wife, she shuts her mouth, 'cause I'm paying the rent. And I will beat her like hell, and that's where I'll be sent. For I've known all along, since I was born, where I'm bound to a place where I'll no longer hear the sweet sound of my Michaela, oh angel, up as a farm girl, she's now paving her way. And it's waitress by night and it's study by day. That she'll soon make her fortune don't come as a surprise, as she takes on the world in those principal lines. Works now 3 years, it fits it. The mail come June, and the men who come see, they fill up the room. Yeah, we each get a turn at her service, divine, as we poured retribution, one at a time by
Clap, 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 clap.
Are you still alive out there? It's an intense one. It's an intense one. I mean, it is like, you know, folk song DEFCON 4. And so I usually, I see, even from all the way over here, I see the claps and the love. Thank you guys. Really, I enjoyed the experience of kind of digging to the words of that song and talk to you about it. Having Marvin take the wheel. I don't know if you noticed some of the wild turns we were taking while I was we've got time for a few more songs. Alex, you pick one.
How about we do drive?
Ooh.
Just for the F of it.
Just for the F?
Yeah.
I got the shaker here. It's quiet. It might be melting a little bit from near the fire, but
I can't believe it. By the way, this is awesome. This little back patio area?
Yeah, worked hard on it.
Oh my God.
Good in a pinch, huh?
I don't know why we don't just hang out here every weekend.
I'm good with that.
I spent COVID out here.
Yeah.
Saved us.
12 of my most vetted friends.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Did they talk to you about us maybe hanging here after the Jersey show?
Friday.
Whatever it is.
Friday.
On Friday night. Yeah.
That Friday night's fine.
Cool.
It's a party.
well, we'll get back
Well,
to
now
that.
that I have warning, it'll really be a party.
Oh, sometimes the parties only start at 1.
Yeah. You're a night owl.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
You're the night owl.
I come alive.
That didn't last long.
Especially
It's
because.
me too. It's the cold. Yeah.
Oh, really?
think
You're
so.
gonna throw me a bone and call it the cold? That was cold. Better at least.
one.
All right, Green, what you doing?
I just had it. It's an E. Ease it down right.
Call it easing down, right?
Maybe.
Very close.
We're just easing down right now.
Easing down, right?
Okay, but well, how about we have you play fiddle on it instead of me playing harmonica?
Okay, fine. I mean, I got him out.
I know.
How about?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so hard to have good posture when you're like playing
Tell me about it.
forward, but then you're like, no, I need to be like really like.
If this guitar sounds nice tonight, it's because you've never heard this guitar sounding so clean.
Yeah.
It's the cleanest this guitar has ever been. Well, some people bite into the sun like a pea. Others maintain that it's well out of reach. Some use the sunshine to sell lemonade. Me, I'd rather just hang out in the shade. Looking out on the dandelion sun, so get down to the last of stone. You and me, ease it down right. You and me, ease it down right. You and me, ease it down right. Well, some people, they stick it to the road like it's gin. Others stay home, don't know where to begin. Some use a map to track the progress they've made. Me, I'd rather just hang out with you in the shade. Looking out on the dandelion sun, so get down to the last of the sun. You and me, ease it down right. You and me, ease it down right. You and me, ease it down right. Yeah. Well, some people, they battle fortune and fame. Others prefer being John Doe. Some do not care long as they get paid. Me, I'd rather just hang out in the shade. Looking out on a dandelion sun, so get down to the last of stone. You and me, ease it down right. You and me, ease it down right. You and me, ease it down right. Yeah. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to another band. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the man. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glance at God's great design. Some say it's the science of things come by. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us all that we see, is to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to the Lamb and good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. Oh, these moments pass lightly, they won't come again. May our lives all burn bright, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one of them. Let us drink one of you. Let us drink one of those who are with us. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around the good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one now slow. Let us drink one now fast. Let us drink one as if this life is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, it's to the drink that we share.
Woo! Bravo!
Cheers, gathers. Man, this was fun. This was really fun. Thank you for joining me on the adventure. And still tickets left in Philly, Turner Falls, Massachusetts, and next week in Burlington, Vermont. So come on out and hang with us. I'm just appreciate being able to share these adventures with you. And I appreciate my bandies for getting my back. And of course, our host, Alex's daddy. His sister ran in the house, but you'll see her again, I'm sure. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you soon.